The cave. They say that on clear nights, if you stare too long at the peak of Black Hollow Mountain, you'll see a flicker of movement near the mouth of the cave, like a shadow peeling itself from stone. The locals call it the Devil's Maw, a jagged hole carved into the face of the mountain, where wind howls like a dying animal and the air tastes of iron and old rot. No one goes near it. Not anymore. Years ago, before people truly understood what lived up there, children from the village below would disappear. Not many. 1, maybe 2 a year. Always at night. Always between the first frost and the last snowfall. It was easy at first to blame wolves, or the cold, or the deep woods that bordered the village where a child could wander too far and get lost forever. But even then there were signs. Little things. Bloodless footprints in the snow, leading toward the mountain. Claw marks on bedroom windowsills 3 stories up. Parents waking to find the front doors wide open, despite triple locks and barricades. Then came the drawings. It started with a boy named Elliot, barely 6 years old. He hadn't spoken in days, only scribbled with black crayons, page after page, as if something were guiding his hand. His parents brought them to the town priest. The drawings were all the same, a long, thin shape with twisted limbs and a face like a melted mask. No eyes, just deep hollows at leaf pitch. They tried to get help. They brought in a doctor from the city. He didn't last the night. Elliot vanished 2 days later. His bed was untouched, blankets still warm, and on the floor beneath the window, a single black feather lay curled in the frost. That was 10 years ago. Since then, the town learned to obey the old rules, handed down by whispers from those who remember the old stories. Never speak of the cave after dark. Never light a fire on your porch between October and March. And never, ever leave your child's window unlocked. The creature, they say, is older than the mountain. It doesn't eat flesh, not at first. It feeds on fear, dreams, and voices, draining everything until the child is nothing but a husk. Sometimes, villagers say they hear laughter in the wind. High-pitched, childlike, twisted. Every generation has its skeptic, of course. The most recent was a man named Hal Owens, who moved to the village with his young daughter, Ava, after his wife died in a fire. He didn't believe in monsters. He didn't believe in much of anything. When the locals warned him, he laughed in their faces and slammed the door. That winter was the coldest in 30 years. On the night of the first snowfall, Ava started sleepwalking. Hal would find her at the front door, barefoot, whispering something about a friend in the mountain who missed her. When he asked who, she'd just point to the dark ceiling and say, "The one who comes through cracks." He installed cameras, motion sensors, alarms. Nothing helped. One morning, Hal woke up to silence. Ava's bed was empty. The front door was ajar. Snow had drifted in. Her small footprints led out into the woods, straight toward Black Hollow Mountain. Hal followed them. He didn't stop for food or rest, just climbed, through biting wind and steep ridges, up the mountain where even birds refused to fly. By the time he reached the cave, his hands were frozen and his sanity frayed. The entrance to the cave pulsed with heat like a living thing. Inside, it was too dark for his flashlight to pierce. The air was thick, like breathing through a wet cloth. Then he heard it, a soft, rhythmic humming, a lullaby, Ava's voice, and something else. The creature unfolded from the darkness like a spider blooming from its web. Its limbs scraped against the stone. Its head tilted impossibly slow. It wore a necklace of children's teeth. In its chest, where a heart should be, was a hollow cage, and inside it, faces twisted in silent screams. Hal screamed too. No one knows what happened after that. But they found the cave a week later, during a thaw, when the snow cracked and receded just enough. The search party only went in 30 feet before they turned back, vomiting and weeping. They never said what they saw. But the Owens house stands empty now. The windows boarded, the doors nailed shut. Some nights, children say they hear knocking from inside. Other nights, laughter. And every winter, when the first snow falls, a black feather appears on someone's porch. The villagers know what it means. The cave is hungry again.